Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Chairman of the Board of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute, Mr. Fred Ryan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you take your seats, let me again thank you for joining us today for this special tribute to Sandra Day O'Connor. I'd like to especially thank the two justices, Justice Ginsburg and Justice Sotomayor, for that wonderful conversation with Ted Olson. And Ted, great job interviewing Ted. If this lawyer thing doesn't work out for you, maybe we could get you a job in the media. Yeah. All right, Ted's going to get me in trouble. But I just want to say that we're going to continue throughout the course of the evening. It salutes in recognition of Sandra Day O'Connor with some toasts. And it's my pleasure to introduce the person who's going to do the first toast, who's actually someone who doesn't need any introduction and is bigger than life. And if you have any doubt about that, if you go to the intersection of 15th and U Street, you will see a mural that's 2 stories tall that Justice Ginsburg is bigger than life. But Justice Ginsburg, would you please join us for a toast?
As you have heard more than once today, Justice O'Connor made a surprise appearance one night at the Shakespeare Theater. In its production of Henry V, she played the part of Isabel, Queen of France, and spoke the famous lines, "Haply a woman's voice may do some good." Sandra Day O'Connor's voice has done enormous good in the pursuit of justice, equal and accessible to all in our land and world. She has done more to promote collegiality among the court's members and with our counterparts abroad than any other justice, past or present. As Justice Breyer put it so very well, Sandra has a special talent, perhaps a gene, for lighting up a room, for lighting up any room she enters, for restoring good humor in the presence of strong disagreement, for producing constructive results, and for reminding those at odds today that tomorrow is another day. In her work and days, Justice O'Connor strived mightily to make what was momentous for women in 1981, the year she was appointed to the court, no longer extraordinary, but entirely expectable. In that effort, I and my colleagues, Justice Sotomayor and Justice Kagan, are among legions of women endeavoring to follow Justice O'Connor's lead. So, if you will all join me now to Sandra.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased this evening to have with us all 3 of Justice O'Connor's sons. Please welcome Mr. Scott O'Connor.
Mom never missed an opportunity to make a toast. Jay, can you bring me a glass so I can give a toast? At an august event in which she was an honoree. She's really sad to miss this one, and I will do my best to fill in and pass along her wishes. Thank you to the Ronald Reagan Foundation and Institute, particularly Ted Olson, who worked so hard on this event. Mom used to really enjoy performing marriages as a trial court judge. As a Supreme Court justice, she was determined to stop that practice immediately, both to suppress demand and uphold the utmost seriousness of her new position. Ted Olson is the sole exception to that rule. I want to thank the Reagan Institute staff in Washington, especially Janet Tran and Meredith Stasa, for the very important work you're doing, and I'm delighted to hear you're working with iCivics in the civics area, so thank you for that. Mom's colleagues on the court, her clerks and justices have honored her through their work and their public service, and they've been very gracious in honoring Mom today in this celebration. Mom sends her heartfelt greetings, her love, and her thanks to each and every one of you, and to her grand clerks for your dear friendship. To Justice Ginsburg, she sends her appreciation for the frequent and generous praise. Mom misses you and despairs over news of your health challenges. To Justice Sotomayor, Mom sends her gratitude for your robust support of iCivics, which has been Mom's most surprisingly viral legacy. Other panelists today worked with Mom in her retirement years on a variety of projects, including Meryl Chertoff, Jeff Rosen, Linda Hirschman, and Evan Thomas. She thanks you for keeping her legacy alive. When I asked Mom for a line I could use today, she quipped that the good Lord isn't ready for her, the devil won't take her, so she's going to stick around for a while to see what you all are doing in your endeavors. And as Mom might have said it tonight to all of you, do your best, be kind, do something to improve your community in whatever way you can. Don't drink the yak milk, and don't hit your brothers. Good health, good wishes, have a good time, and get back to work tomorrow. To Mom.
Welcome to the podium for our final toast of the evening. Trustee of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute, Ms. Kathy Bush.
Good evening. My name is Kathy Bush. As this extraordinary celebration draws to a close, we wish to thank all those who contributed to this memorable event in personal and powerful ways. Specifically, we would like to thank members of the O'Connor family, friends, associates, and admirers of Justice O'Connor, who honored us today by sharing personal anecdotes and professional reflections. We wish to applaud all those who knew Justice O'Connor as a role model and mentor, and who were inspired by her example to pursue a life of noble and compassionate public service. And of course, we acknowledge all those who had a ringside seat to history as Justice O'Connor, with President Reagan at her side and in her corner, lived out her destiny as an instrument for change and good and equality. On a housekeeping note, the exhibits here at the Library of Congress are open this evening, and we encourage all of you to visit the galleries, including Shall Not Be Denied, Women Fight for the Vote. On this occasion, I cannot resist an opportunity to recite a bit of Will Allen's 19th century poem, which meant so much to the woman whose legacy we honor this evening. This poem served as a guiding principle for today's program, and it is a fitting metaphor as we celebrate the enduring legacies of two great Americans, Ronald Wilson Reagan and Sandra Day O'Connor, both of whom believed in the power and potential of every American. The poem describes an older man who was faced with a grueling journey to make on foot, which took him through a river in a deep canyon. After eventually crossing, he stayed and he built a bridge across the stream so others might benefit. The poem reads, "Old man, said a fellow pilgrim near, you are wasting strength with building here. Your journey will end with the ending day. You never again must pass this way. You have crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build you the bridge at the eventide? The builder lifted his old gray head. Good friend, in the path I have come, he said, there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. This chasm that has been naught to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building this bridge for him. On behalf of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute and Board of Trustees, I invite you all to raise a glass this evening to the heroic bridge builders in our history and our lives, to Sandra Day O'Connor, who paved the way. Thank you.